Hello, welcome to my channel and another episode of The Cryptid Files. If you're new here, hi. I'm messing up my intro. Hi, I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber, here to give you full body chills and bad intros because that is a part of me by now. I don't think I can do my intro smoothly ever. But hello, let me just say hi to everyone in the chat. Where's my chat? Why is my chat not visible? My chat should be visible. Okay, now it's wait, is it? Do you guys see me? Do you guys, is it? Oh yeah, okay, it's here. Okay, nice. But hello, hi, Joshua, hi, Undead Rabbit, Frank Arviso, hi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the username. Mooncat, hello, Baxter Black, hi, Dino Alex, and Leadfiend, and Azor Void, and Rune S, and IDK Bacon, hello, thank you so much for modding this stream. Colonel Turtle, thank you so much for being a member for 27 months. So excited for the Cryptid Files. Been a while. It's been a while, indeed, for me to cover a cryptid, another cryptid, right? It's been a few weeks, definitely, or I guess few months. Wait, what was the last episode? I actually don't remember. But yeah, it's been a while. I've been covering a lot of true crime, but yeah, this week I definitely need a break, possibly next week too. You know, from true crime, just to kind of like take my mind off of the scary, very, very scary stuff. Not that today's episode won't be scary, because this cryptid is pretty terrifying, and I didn't actually know about it until I played a board game called Horrified. I don't know if you guys know about this board game, but there's the classic version. There's like two versions, I think just two versions of Horrified. There's Horrified, which has probably like Dracula, something like that, and then there's Horrified American Monsters. And in that, I got the American Monsters edition, and because it had Mothman, so I was just like, oh my god, this has Mothman, I buy. But alongside the Mothman, it had obviously like the classics: Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Jersey Devil. So I knew these monsters. I didn't know the Banshee. So there's like Banshee. Well, I mean, I knew of Banshee, but like there was Banshee, and then there was Ozark Howler, and I actually didn't know what Ozark Howler was. But then I kind of started reading, and I was just like, wow, this was a mistake. This is scary. But now I'm too deep in. I'm roped in. So I have to actually cover it. I mean, I prepared for today, so that's what we're gonna be talking about. Joshua, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. I'm turning 33 tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday. I am old. What? That's not old. Old is like 83. Come back to me when you're like 89, like I am. Shai gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for the memberships. And please remember to say thank you to Shai in the chat. Whoever got the membership, congratulations. Say thank you. Okay, yeah, Joshua, happy early birthday. Also enjoy the membership. Hey! Nice, okay. My birthday is tomorrow. Mooncat, happy birthday too. Nice, awesome. So many people have birthdays in November. That's nice. That's nice because you guys can get you know, gifts in November and then December for Christmas. Lucky. I have, my birthday is in June, and then I know it's gonna sound like straight out of Game of Thrones, but in Poland we have something called Name Day, which is imieniny, but the, you know, name day. So like each day has like someone's name, and unfortunately, and technically you get gifts too on your name day, but unfortunately, my name day is like 2 days after my birthday, so I just get one gift, and that feels very unfair. I'm sad every year. I'm like, oh, I don't get wishes, double wishes. I just get one and one gift. Ridiculous. My grandmother's and my half-brother's birthday is the same day. Oh, what a coincidence. Nice. Well, happy birthday to them. If in 6 days. Okay, happy early birthday to them. Okay, you guys, yesterday we did some drawing on Patreon. I was drawing my mascot, and I'm not gonna show it here. I did show it, obviously, like my Patreon members saw it, so they got an early kind of sneak peek into the mascot. They helped me a lot deciding like the colors, deciding on like adding like little details. So I was like very, very happy. Also, Joshua, thank you so much for gifting 5 membership. Hey, you're supposed to be the one getting gifts tomorrow, or the day after. But thank you so much for gifting memberships, and congratulations to everyone who got the membership. My name day is exactly 5 months from my birthday. Hey, perfect timing, half a year apart. That's true. So you get like birthday gift, and then you get name day gift. No, mine is like 2 days after. Ridiculous. I reject. I refuse. I want my name day to be later, but unfortunately it's just like 2 days after, so yeah. Okay. You guys. And wait. Emode Monkoko. Wait, I'm sorry. Is it? Did I read it correctly? Hi. Oh, emo demon here. Oh, okay. So Emode Monkoko. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it was in the brackets. I didn't realize. But hi, hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, so enjoy the gifts, everyone. Indeed, enjoy the gifts. That's it. Yesterday we had a Patreon stream. Today we have the Cryptid Files stream, and the next week, well, this upcoming week, I will not have that many streams. I will have only 2 streams. One is going to be a Patreon hangout for my Platinum, Ruby, and Diamond tier members. And that's going to be streamed on YouTube, but we're going to just sit down, maybe talk about something spooky, maybe play a spooky game. And then I'm going to have another case, either Cryptid Files or something, maybe like a haunting case, not a true crime case, but it's going to be spooky too. Also, Baxter, thank you so much for the Super 83. You don't look a day over 50. Call when you're 137. Okay, fine. No, I said I'm 89. Listen, I'm 89 forever. Okay, so I won't have any streams until Saturday and Sunday next week, because I think I need just a longer break to work on things behind the scenes. I may or may not do like a drawing stream, maybe like middle of the week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I think I need like a couple more days to kind of figure some stuff out and just recuperate mentally a little bit, and yeah, just think of the stuff for the channel for the future, work on some stuff behind the scenes, and then I'm gonna be back next weekend. Also there's voting going on for VTuber. Wait, is it Streamer Awards or VTuber Awards? Frick, I don't know. I think it's VTuber Awards. Is it VTuber Awards? Let me double check, because I need to double check this, but I'm pretty sure it was VTuber Awards. Hold up. Wait, is it VTuber Awards? It is VTuber Awards. Okay, so there's VTuber Awards going on now. Well, I mean, voting, nominations. Okay, nominations for the VTuber Awards. And I think they have the VTuberAwards.com or VTuberAwards.com. This is the... wait. Why did you... Also, Jose, thank you so much for the super. Okay, so there's VTuber Awards nominations going on right now, and it would mean a lot to me. It would be amazing if you guys voted for me, if you guys nominated me in the Hidden Gem category. So, I mean, you can definitely nominate me in another category if you want, but I think that's the one that I'm kind of aiming for. It would be amazing if I could get in. So this is the category. That's the category. That's Hidden Gem category. So that one is the one that I am currently aiming for. If you could nominate me, that would be great. The website is thevtuberawards.com, and that's it. That would be amazing if you think, you know, like I would be honored if you think I deserve the hidden gem category, the hidden gem nomination. If you could nominate me, that would be great. So I appreciate it. And yeah, maybe, who knows? Who knows? If we don't win, that's fine. Like I know that there's a lot of talented people out there, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of them are being nominated. So hey, it's great. I'm curious to see who's gonna win. Taxman, thank you so much for this. Have you considered playing Encryption? I think you guys suggested it before. I'm pretty sure you guys suggested it before. And then there's another one that I'm gonna play. I think Mari also suggested it, Mariume. You know, like I had an interview with Mariume, and yeah, like she suggested another game. Jesus, I don't remember what the name was, but yeah, I'm gonna look into some horror games, some spooky games. Shai did this time to vote Sona for Dictator of the World. Listen, no one should give me that role. No one should give me this job, because I would be a terrible dictator. I would be a terrible supreme leader, because I would just like quite literally do whatever the fuck I want, and it wouldn't be great. Joshua, hell yeah, let's vote for FEARSONA. Let's go, everyone. Thank you so much, Joshua. Okay, that's it. Milky, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, all done. Thank you. Okay, I said okay so many times. But I think that's all the announcements for today. So, well, I mean, for this stream. So let's get right into the case. Yes, I am in a car in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of freaking forest. This might not be the best idea, and I'm filming with my phone and mirror, and I have two phones, and I'm using one phone as a flashlight because it's freaking scary. Okay, so today we dive deep into one of the most spine-chilling tales of American folklore, the story of the Ozark Howler. If you've never heard of this cryptid, you're in for a wild ride, because you're not the only one. It's not the most common cryptid, right? Like, we know Bigfoot, we know the Mothman, we know Yeti, we know monster like Loch Ness Monster, right? Like, those are the classic ones. But Ozark Howler, that's a different cryptid. So the Ozark Howler, also called the Black Howler, the Devil Cat, the Nightshade Bear, or the Hoo-Hoo. You heard it right. The Hoo-Hoo. There's no, I can say it as many times as you want, and it won't get any less funny, because it's the Hoo-Hoo. the Hoo-Hoo. But I'm pretty sure whoever came up with that was, I don't know, either getting shit-faced on Moonshine, or was shit-faced on Moonshine and suddenly felt the need to connect with our flying brothers owls, and that's why it's the Hoo-Hoo. But I think I heard the Hoo-Hoo before. Yeah, because it's the Hoo-Hoo. The Hoo-Hoo. It doesn't sound very intimidating when you call it the Hoo-Hoo, but it's the Ozark Howler. That sounds intimidating. But the actual monster, not funny at all, and here's why. So the Ozark Howler is a legendary creature that's set to haunt the thick forest of the Ozarks. Its territory stretches across the northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, with sightings even reported in parts of Oklahoma and Texas. Described as about the size of a bear, with a bulky body, powerful legs, and dark, shaggy fur, this creature has a look that's just as haunting as its name. Well, except for the Hoo-Hoo. That one is not hunting. That one's just like, why? Who? But yes. So you may want to, if you see this, you might want to reconsider calling it a Hoo-Hoo. Okay, maybe don't call it a Hoo-Hoo, and maybe don't laugh in its face, okay? Because this guy is not very friendly. Okay, so witnesses also report seeing a long bushy tail and, most frightening, horns curling from its head. So it's like a bear, but it has horns and a bushy tail, much like those of a ram or a goat, right? Like the horns. Most people who have claimed to see it, to have seen it, describe the beast as shadowy, almost like a spectral figure, draped in black and very, very dark fur. So that's why people describe it as like, oh, you know, it has black fur. That's it. But the true terror of the Ozark Howler isn't just the look, right? Like the appearance. It's in the bone-chilling sound it makes. That's why it's called the Ozark Howler. The howler's cry is said to be like this horrifying mix, part wolf howl, part elk bugle, I think that's how you pronounce it, bugle. Also shy, if it's so dangerous, why French-shaped and fluffy? I don't think it's French-shaped and fluffy. I wouldn't say, listen, if I saw an Ozark Howler, do not ever say, can I pet that dog? I'm pretty sure someone would say it. Can I pet that dog? All right, let's call it the tee-hee-hee. Guys, this is serious. I'm serious. I'm trying to tell you a terrifying story about a terrifying cryptid. We're gonna hear some sounds today. You're gonna stop laughing when you hear the sounds. You're gonna stop laughing when you hear the stories. Okay. So yes, the Ozark Howler's cry is kind of a mix of a wolf howl and a elk bugle. But some say it's a deep, like this guttural growl, while others describe it as a high-pitched half-human scream, like the wail of a woman in the dead of night, as if someone is getting killed. Like at the same time, it's kind of like a mix of a woman wailing and, you know, wolf howling, and then there's like this growl, like this guttural growl from within. People who have heard this scream say it left them basically frozen, their skin prickling with dread. It's no surprise that the howler is shrouded in superstition. In Ozark folklore, it's sometimes viewed as a very dark omen, a creature whose appearance or howl could predict an untimely death. So if you hear the Ozark Howler, well, death is coming. So yet some stories say it's more than just a bad omen. It's a guardian of the wild, a spirit watching over the forest and warning against those who would cause harm, would disrespect the nature. And this is supposedly what the Ozark Howler's howl sounds like. And I'm gonna play the sound. Okay, it's okay, so mind you, this is not a real recording, but it's a digital creation based on witness reports of the Ozark Howler. So this is the sound. Yep, that doesn't sound like a hoo-hoo. I wouldn't call it hoo-hoo. I would call it a nightmare. But this is a recreation, right? There's gonna be some other descriptions of the sound. Now, let's travel back in time to the early 1800s, when one of the first... Also, Shai, thank you. Sounds hot. Great. Okay, so back to 1800s, when one of the first and perhaps most famous encounters with the Ozark Howler was said to have occurred. This story involves none other than Daniel Boone, the legendary American frontiersman who helped forge a path into the uncharted wilderness of Kentucky. Boone's name alone, his name alone, is synonymous with exploration and adventure. So when he reported something strange and frightening in the Missouri woods, people paid attention. According to his story, this encounter took place in 1810 during one of Boone's hunting trips near Cedar Creek, not far from what's now Cuba, Missouri. After returning from his journey, Boone supposedly wrote a letter to his sister-in-law back in Kentucky, detailing an experience that would shake even the most seasoned hunters. So this is what he described. He described like this black, hulking creature with thick, dark fur and horns, a sight that was unlike anything he'd ever seen before. And Boone even claimed to have wounded it, though it managed to escape. So obviously he didn't kill it. And in his letter, to his sister-in-law, this is like one section of that letter that stands out the most. Quote, "I leave you with an alarming story of a black creature I found and wounded on the Sutter Creek. Black and swarthy, with horns on its scalp. Ignorant of its name, I am told of the sound it makes with a terrible howling in the night. Warnings of this for settlers shall be passed along." And he signed it simply as your humble servant, Daniel Boone. But there's nothing humble about an encounter with such a beast. Like, that was horrifying if you believe this letter. So this wasn't the only sighting, though. Stories of the Ozark Howler began circulating more frequently in the 1800s and into the early 1900s as settlers ventured deeper and deeper into the Ozarks. Hunters, trappers, and farmers would often return from the dense forest with eerie tales of deep, resonant howls, like those howls, the sound and wailing and growls echoing through the hills and valleys at night. And these early settlers found themselves surrounded by a landscape that was both breathtaking and, scary, kind of treacherous. And the Ozark Howler seemed to embody the wilderness itself. A creature born from shadow and myth, lurking just beyond the firelight. The Howler became more than a scary campfire story. It was a warning. For those who believed, hearing the Howler's scream was a bad omen, a sign of misfortune that might befall them or their loved ones if they stayed where they are. And while there's no confirmed evidence of Boone's letter or of the Howler itself, the story persists, and so do the strange sightings and sounds that have haunted the Ozarks for generations. How big is it? It's definitely bigger than a bear. Like, people describe it as a bear, but they describe it as like much, much bigger than a bear. So it's not a regular bear size. It's like this huge, bulky, muscular bear-like creature with horns, right? But it's definitely like towering over them. So here's, I would say, the wildest chapter in the story of the Ozark Howler. A story that involves none other than Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States, and a rumored conspiracy to protect the legendary creature. He's the kind of at the center of this conspiracy. If you're familiar with Roosevelt, you know that he was an avid outdoorsman, a hunter, and a staunch advocate for conservation. But according to some, his interest in the Ozark Howler may have gone much, much deeper. Yeah, Mr. President, he's involved. So the story starts in 1898 during the Spanish-American War, where Roosevelt famously led the Rough Riders, a volunteer cavalry regiment. And among those Rough Riders was a man named John C. Greenway, one of Roosevelt's closest friends and a native of the Ozarks. One day, this guy, Greenway, told Roosevelt the story of a mysterious beast lurking in the Ozark woods, the Ozark Howler, describing it as a powerful horned creature with a chilling howl. So to Roosevelt, it wasn't just another cryptid tale. No, Roosevelt reportedly believed Greenway, and he thought that Ozark Howler sounded like, quote, a bully good beast, end quote. So something that matched, the hardy spirit he admired in both the American wilderness and himself. Roosevelt had a deep personal connection to tales of raw, untamed nature like this, because as a child, he was very sickly. Supposedly, Roosevelt was very sickly and frail. He was battling asthma and other ailments, but he later dedicated himself to a life of rugged physical adventure to reshape his health and spirit. And, you know, that's what he's known for, right? Like, he was known as, like, outdoorsman. He loved the nature. He loved being out there. He loved the rough kind of, treacherous areas. And he loved, you know, national parks. Well, I mean, he established some national parks. Okay, so, well, that's where the conspiracy comes in. So upon returning back to back home, Roosevelt looked for others who shared his interest in the Ozark Howler, and found exactly that in an organization known as, and I'll try to say it without like laughing, and bear with me. I'll try to say it without like cracking. No, I can't. But okay, so the organization that Roosevelt contacted, he found them, and this organization was, you know, connected to specifically the Ozark Howler, was the International Concatenated Order of Hoo-Hoo. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce it because it's a long name. This is a long name, and also this is a serious, or no, I'm not kidding. This is a serious organization. They have a logo, and they wear robes. That is a picture of the Order of Hoo-Hoo. Aw, look at them. Look at them wearing their robes with like a kitty cat emblem. It doesn't get better than that. Wait, no, it gets better. I forgot about this, but it gets better. I stand corrected. They wore hats too. Guys, if you look at the front, the three guys in the front row, there's a senior hoo-hoo and there's a junior hoo-hoo. Oh my god. This is the Hoo-Hoo Society. I'm not kidding, like they were called the Hoo-Hoo Society. They were called the Hoo-Hoo Society. Wizards. They are called the Hoo-Hoo Society. Okay, so the Hoo-Hoos, I can't say it, but the Hoo-Hoos, they appeared to be this fraternity of lumbermen and forestry professionals. There's speculation that it served this society, the Hoo-Hoo Society, served another purpose. They were, you know, officially they were like lumbermen, you know, forestry professionals, outdoorsmen, kind of experts on the Ozarks. But their secret purpose was to protect the Ozark Howler. And as we know, Hoo-Hoo is one of the many names of the Ozark Howler, right? Like the Ozark Howler is known by the name the Hoo-Hoo. And they are the Hoo Society, so the Hoo-Hoo Society. I can't say it, the Hoo-Hoo Society. I'm sorry, it's funny. Okay, so now here's where the conspiracy theory truly unfolds and involves Roosevelt. Many of us know that Roosevelt, many of us know Roosevelt for his role in establishing America's national parks. But according to some, his motives for the, you know, establishing of those national parks basically was deeper than this. It was more than simply preserving beautiful landscapes. The theory goes that Roosevelt created certain national parks as sanctuaries for the Ozark Howler, you know, areas where the creature could just live freely, roam freely, safe from human interference. And these protected lands, as the theory suggests, allowed the Ozark Howler, to live undisturbed, away from population centers, while helping the Hoo-Hoo Society to monitor its movements and prevent human encounters. Except that didn't really work. It didn't really work out, especially nowadays. Thanks YouTube ghost hunters and cryptid hunters, and just like hikers, thanks hikers in your Lululemons. Thank you. By the way, just to, you know, just a note, I'm innocent. I don't go outside. Outside is scary. I want to live. So I am not guilty of that. I just talk about the stories, I talk about the encounters. I will not be exploring the Ozarks, you know, the wilderness of the Ozarks anytime soon. I don't want to be eaten by something called the hoo-hoo, okay? I don't want to die like that. I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, that creator, FEARSONA, you know, like she was, that was so unfortunate, but she was eaten by the hoo-hoo. That's gonna be, is that gonna be on my gravestone? Eaten by the hoo-hoo? No, I refuse, I reject. Not the womp-womps. Death by hoo-hoo. I refuse. That's why I stay home, stay safe. Outside is scary. Okay. So this theory paints the national park system not only as a triumph of environmental preservation, but also as part of a covert mission, basically, to protect one of America's most secretive, enigmatic cryptids. Sightings of the Ozark Howler had a major resurgence in the early days of the internet in the 1990s and early 2000s. One notable sighting. So I have 3 stories. Well, I have more, but I have 3 kind of accounts that are like literally written and on the internet. So one notable sighting was recorded by someone known as George O. Choangle. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he posted it on his website. I think this is the... yeah, okay. So we're gonna see, I'm just gonna read through the website. So this is the website. It's very simple. It's like from 1990s, 2000s. That's how it was preserved. Have you seen the Ozark Howler? I became interested in what people around here, I live in the Hot Springs, Arkansas, called the Howler, Ozark Howler or Black Howler, after I had my own sort of experience with it. Last year, around New Year's, I was driving home after a party, and I was going around this curve, which is really, really tight, especially at night after a party, if you know what I mean. And I saw this big thing run across the road right in front of me, caught in the headlights. I didn't see a whole lot, but the only thing I did notice was it had a big, long, thick tail. At first, I thought it was a bear, but then I thought, do bears have big tails? No, they don't. But let's continue. I couldn't remember for a while, but then I remembered that they don't. Why didn't you remember immediately? Bears don't have bushy tails. Bears just don't have bushy tails. Demon Slayer, if you're lagging very badly, like you can refresh the website. I think it's a problem with like YouTube when I start my stream for some reason. But if you refresh, it should be okay. Okay. Bye. The next part. I was pretty confused and a little scared, so I just started my car right back up and went home the next day. The next day, though, when I was a little bit sobered up, I went back to that curve on the road and looked for where I had pulled off the road the night before. I found the ruts my car had made in the shoulder pretty easily. But what really surprised me was that there was a few other things there in the snow too. Like what looked like blood or something, and these big paw prints. Let me just kind of scroll down. I went back to town and got a friend of mine who does wallpapering and carpentry work when he's not on duty as a fireman. And he came out with me and took this picture of one of the paw prints. We were going to try and make a plaster cast, but it got warm and the prints melted before we could figure out how we were going to do it. So this is the picture of the supposed paw prints. So this is the picture we took. When we got it developed and showed it around, a lot of people, especially those from the country, started telling us about something they called the Black Howler or Ozark Howler or just Howler or hoo-hoo, apparently. Why are you guys embarrassed? Why is no one mentioning the hoo-hoo? You guys embarrassed? Why? I couldn't tell. Okay, so they didn't all agree on what it looks like, but most say it's black and looks kind of like a cat, but really thick. Since that time, I've been looking for others who have actually seen it. If you know anything, please get in touch. Okay, so that's the first encounter. There's more. So now one doesn't just divulge that kind of thing, that kind of info. I guess this is a secret info. The hoo-hoo. I think maybe that's why they don't share it, because they're like, shut up! You're gonna expose our hoo-hoo society. Shut up, this is confidential information. Why are you in a car this time? Because I am in the middle of the forest for the additional ambiance and light ambiance and atmosphere. That's why I'm in a car right now. I am in the wilderness of my own studio. No, wait. This is my studio, a car. She stole it. I didn't steal it. I don't drive it, okay? My driver is outside. Hopefully he's gonna survive until I'm done with this story, and we're not even halfway through. Wait, then who's driving? Yes, I have a driver, but you know, they're outside unless they get got by the hoo-hoo. Sona's gonna meet the hoo-hoo. No, never. She's in the child seat. I'm in the back seat, okay? I am in the back seat here. Kind of, like, I'm leaning forward a little bit because my camera is like set up here at the, you know, straight ahead. And yeah, you know. Your driver went to look for the hoo-hoo. No, the driver is like waiting outside. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I haven't heard them make a sound in a while, but I think they're fine. Okay, let's move on. Lol, she's got a booster seat. I got a booster seat. Okay, so in another website, one shared a photo of an alleged Ozark Howler that was spotted in Arkansas. So this is the second website. The Ozark Howler sighted. This is an enhanced photograph of an animal spotted walking along a dry stream bed in Johnson County, Arkansas, about 5 miles to the east of Catalpa, Arkansas. About 7 feet long and almost 4 feet tall at the shoulder. It was observed. How do you know? How do you know? Because 7 feet, I can never understand. Like, people see something from afar and take a picture clearly from afar. And then they're like, oh yeah, it was seven feet tall, and it was, you know, 4 feet tall, 7 feet long and 4 feet tall, like at the shoulder. At the shoulder, yeah, you know, like, how do you know? Some people really have like good sense. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, it's kind of like kitty cat. So about 7 feet long and almost 4 feet tall at the shoulder, it was observed walking out of a thicket on the far side of the small valley, took a drink from a puddle, and then disappeared. Residents say that it is an animal that they have seen here for generations, called the Ozark Howler. Reports have also come from the Wichita? Wait, Wichita? Is it Wichita? I think. Wichita. Ochita, yes. Ochita. Oh, Cheetos. I'm so... okay, I don't know how to... Owachita? It's not Wichita. Sorry, it's not Wichita. Wichita is something else. But however, this is read near Havener, Oklahoma. I apologize. My European brain has a hard time reading some of the Pochita. Yes, it's Pochita. Uchita? You guys, don't confuse me. You guys are confusing me. You're doing this on purpose. You're confusing me. This is supposed to be a serious case. We're not supposed to be laughing here. The hoo-hoo is gonna get me. Guys, it's gonna get me. Okay, in the area, I'm gonna skip the names because it's hard to read. In this area, 10 separate sightings occurred within the space of 2 weeks this spring. Tracks were taken in plaster casts. Where are the tracks? And photographs of these appeared in the Havener Ledger newspaper. Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't find like more. Unfortunately, I couldn't find scans or pictures of this supposed, newspaper. So take that as you will. Chia, what the heck? Guys, don't make fun of the names. I'm just like, okay, you can make fun of me pronouncing the names because they're hard. Okay, it reminds me of the rash of Ozark Howler sightings that took place near Red Oak, Oklahoma in 1946. It seems that a good number of GIs were coming back home to try to make a living after the war, and had built some new houses outside of town in order to start their new families. Apparently, something was disturbed where some of the new houses were made, and let residents know how upset it was. Yeah, but it didn't work. This doesn't work. Even if you tell them, hey, I am upset by this construction. Can you please stop? Believe me, I tried. There's a construction site of a big fucking 50-floor apartment building near me. It's covering my view from the window. I've expressed my disdain. I've expressed my frustration. Did anyone listen? No, of course not. I tried everything. Except for illegal stuff, because that would put me in Taiwanese prison, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison here. So yeah. Washida. Oh, it's Washida. Okay, Washida. Okay, we listened. I know you guys listened to my frustration, but unfortunately people who are in charge of that construction site and can do something did not. Yeah, they had to. Taiwan, hey, Taiwan #1. Watashi wa no. Okay, the next part. The description was classic Ozark Howler. Tall, at least 4 foot at the shoulder, thick and shaggy fur, sort of like a thick cat in its build, or perhaps like a thin bear with glowing red eyes. Oh, there's red eyes, okay. Not like the yellow or orange reflection you will get from a cat's eye at night, and making a creepy kind of howling noise, very deep and guttural. Some of the old hunters said it reminded them of an elk bugling, but at a lower pitch. Some younger people who don't know the long history of the Ozark Howler say that it's probably just a bobcat. A bobcat! I understand your frustration here. I do not think the Ozark Howler is a bobcat. Wait, what? Is the Howler a bobcat? Oh, there's more. Okay, I'm just gonna read this because there's long. Okay, check out the Ozark Howler myths and misconceptions. I shall check it out. I'm gonna talk about some of the myths and misconceptions too, and we're 100% sure it's not just a very large furry with the hide and seek skills of an air raid siren. Jesus. Well, it's definitely elusive, the Ozark Howler. Okay, so the third encounter, or the third sighting, was recorded by someone only known as Nancy. And Nancy made a website, this was a recount, like sorry, Jesus, I'm kind of messing up my words. This is an account from Nancy, but someone made a website, and this website is very hard to read because what the fuck is this background? Why? That's why I just kind of like highlight. Reginald Hunter, I guess that is the author, maybe, but this is from Nancy. Don't be too fast to scoff. I scoff at the website, the background. Could you have chosen just white, please? A friend of mine got up very early in the morning, about 4:30 a.m., and when he went outside, he noticed his livestock were very frightened and had huddled in a cluster in the corner of the fence of his house. He had some binoculars, so he took a look in the direction from which they had run. He said what he saw looked like a big black panther. He quickly changed his mind when he began walking down to his field and saw the thing running along his fence line. He said it had very long ears or horns and was black with thick fur. It had a long tail like a cat, but looked like a mix between a cat and a dog. Dog cat. It was broad and about as big as a Great Dane, and it had eerie reddish eyes. Yes. Let me just sound like a toaster right now when I'm reading the scary part. Anyway, let's get back to it. He said it had very long ears or horns and was black with thick fur. It had a long tail like a cat, but looked like a mix between a cat and a dog. It was broad and about as big as a Great Dane, and it had eerie reddish eyes that gave him chills. There is no reason for him to make up such a story, and he was very shaken up after the sighting. This was in Oregon County, Missouri? Wait. M.O. What is M.O.? Is M.O. Missouri? Or is M.O. It is Missouri, right? I'm always confused by the shortcuts. I'm always confused by the abbreviations or something. P.S. Sorry about my wood background. Yeah, apologize. Whoever wrote it, apologize. Well, not wrote it. Whoever made the website, apologize, because this background was horrendous. Okay. I have some chill. Okay. I know I have no chill, but let's get back to the story. Don't worry, I get confused too. Yeah, like M.O., like I mix it up with like between Missouri and Massachusetts for some reason, but Massachusetts doesn't have O, so the fuck. But sometimes it doesn't, and it's just like, what? If M.O. is Missouri, then what is Montana? Oh! Is Montana M.N.? M.T.? Wait. So Missouri is M.O. Montana is M.T. Oh, okay, M.T. Okay, I just need to remember that Montana is like M.T.V. but without the V. Just M.T. Okay. So this is not all. In December 2015, the Ozark Howler made actual headlines once again, like headlines on the news, capturing attention of the local news station 4029 News in Arkansas. This wasn't just another story like shared around a campfire or another story shared on the internet. It actually involved photographs, actual images allegedly showing the creature, and I have those photographs. So this viewer had sent these photos to the station. He was oh, sorry. Why? What happened? Why? Oh, this. Wait, did I turn? Okay, never mind. Okay, so these photos were sent to the station. The viewer claimed they had spotted the Ozark Howler on the Yellow Rock Trail at Devil's Den State Park that weekend. Okay, so this sighting hit close to home for many locals. Devil's Den is this very popular destination known for its beautiful trails, scenic trails, and natural beauty. And the idea that something as eerie as the Ozark Howler might be lurking in such a familiar place sent chills through the community. Okay, let me just look at the pictures. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I mean, so for a moment it seemed like the creature like finally had some evidence, but people weren't convinced, and this includes me, because I don't know about you, but it kind of looks cute, and it kind of looks to me like a jackalope taxidermy that I saw in a store in Texas. I got fooled for a moment because my friend is quite a skilled storyteller, and I forgot about the jackalope, and he started saying things like, oh, like this is he started telling me the whole story of jackalope, and I was just like, what? Because we saw a taxidermy that was jackalope taxidermy, and it looked very realistic, and my friend started like telling me this bullshit story, and I believed. I was just like, what the fuck? Like myself and his girlfriend. we both were standing there like, what? This is real? No way. Like, are you kidding us? And he was just like, no, I'm not kidding. Like, this is real. Like, oh, it's, you know, it lived. It now is extinct, I guess. But like, oh, it's like this native animal to these regions. And I'm like, what? This is crazy. And he's like, yeah, but it's not true. I'm like, oh, you asshole. I was played, okay? I was played by, you know, Texas people. I was like, Texas people are, you know, very skilled at selling me bullshit stories. But yeah, like I was duped. I was duped. Like, okay, at least I wasn't alone, because his girlfriend was also like, what? That's crazy. Like, it's crazy that this animal is real. And he's just like, yeah, except it isn't. And I'm like, oh, you freaking asshole. Behold the New York rat. Might be, this might be. I mean, okay. To be honest, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't look like Photoshop. It could be, but this is like, okay, 2015, yeah, Photoshop existed. I don't know, like, it looks pretty legit, but then again, 2015, you know, 2015 Photoshop already pretty good, so people were pretty good with photoshopping stuff. Okay, so wanting to verify the sightings, 29 News, sorry, I keep 20 new, yes. 29 News reached out to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission to see if there was any record of recent sightings or strange activity. And the response of the commission was quick and dismissive. According to the commission, they had received no credible reports of the howler, and they stated plainly that these photos were simply a hoax. The image, which had briefly fueled excitement and curiosity and some fear, was now labeled as nothing more than a staged prank because, yeah, it was. It's the jackalope story again. I cannot believe that. I got duped by these photos a little bit. I was just like, wow, wait, this is real? No, it's not. It's not. It's just a hoax. But goddamn the jackalope story. I'm dead. Me too. Dead inside. Of course they did. Yeah, but I was just like, I still cannot believe that I can't believe that I got duped by the jackalope taxidermy. I didn't take a picture of the taxidermy. I should have taken a picture. I don't have it. But I should. Wait, do I? Wait, hold up. Do I have a picture of that taxidermy? Because if I do, it's gonna be amazing if I can show you guys the picture of that stupid jackalope that got me duped. Wait, okay, this is not it. Oh, wait. Did I just take a picture of the raccoon playing a banjo taxidermy? Because it's possible. Damn it, I took a picture of that raccoon playing a banjo. Oh no, sorry, a guitar. And I took a picture of raccoons playing poker. Like taxidermy of raccoons playing poker. Also, IDK Bacon, we got live action Grinch before, what? HTA 6? What is HTA 6? Raccoon Banjo. GTA 6. Oh, GTA. Yeah, damn it, I didn't take a picture of the jackalope. And instead I took a picture of raccoon with a banjo? And a guitar? And a trumpet? And the raccoon's playing... What the fuck is wrong with me? I should have taken a picture of the jackalope. You sure love raccoons, do you, Sona? Raccoons are great. Raccoons are funny and they're cute and they're raccoons. And the name is like just funny. It's just ridiculous. Raccoon. Sona, you a silly goose. I should have taken the picture of the jackalope. But instead I was like fascinated. I got roped in and I got roped into the raccoon universe, the raccoon taxidermy universe, and I was just taking pictures of different taxidermied raccoons doing funny stuff. There was a raccoon that was with a microphone, he was singing. And then there was a band, and yeah, like the banjo raccoon, and then poker raccoons. It was great. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to the story. But as with any great legend, dismissals like this one don't stop believers, like true believers. Some say that the swift response from the Game and Fish Commission, because it was like pretty fast, you know, it was like kind of unusually fast. So some people said that this response from the commission was simply too convenient, as if they were hiding somewhere. Something, not somewhere, something. They wonder if the commission is intentionally keeping the existence of the Ozark Howler under wraps. Maybe the commission is actually just working as the Game and Fish Commission now, but the other name for the commission is the Hoo-Hoo Society. Bam, bam, bam. But yeah, like, some believe that the commission might be trying to protect the creature, or, you know, protect people, avoid panic. For skeptics, it was the end of the story. For believers, it only deepened the mystery. Could it be that something truly unexplainable roams the forests of the Ozarks? And these denials are just another layer in the ongoing effort to keep the Howler's secret buried. Okay, so when it comes to theories, because now we're moving on to theories. So when it comes to theories on what the Ozark Howler could really be, many experts lean toward the possibility that this is simply a misidentified wild animal rather than an undiscovered cryptid. Some say that black bears, which are abundant in the Ozarks, they are very common, and they are a good candidate because the bears match pretty much like much of the Howler's reported appearance. They are large, dark, and bulky, just like the description of the Howler. But there are a few details that don't quite fit, like the Howler's famously eerie howl or wailing, its long, like, sweeping, bushy tail, and feline-like movements and ears. So people are like, hey, like, the bear doesn't really match this. Then others believe that the Howler might actually be a big cat, such as a cougar, I guess cougar, or even a jaguar. After all, like, these animals have, you know, the agility, the stealth, and the hunting calls, like their calls are similar, that could match the creature described by many people as Ozark Howler, right? But there's a hitch in this theory too. There shouldn't be big cats in the Ozarks. There's no big cats in the Ozarks. Officially, cougars were hunted out of the region long time ago, so there were some cougars, but now there's none. And experts say that there's no evidence of a breeding population of cougars in the Ozarks. Some have even suggested that the Howler might be a jaguar or leopard, but these animals aren't native to North America. Jaguars are typically found in Central or South America, with only rare sightings in the far south of Arizona. And leopards are native to Africa, so there's no way. Another possibility that comes up is the idea that maybe this is an escaped zoo animal, you know, an exotic pet gone wild. And it wouldn't be unheard of. You know, there are countless cases of unusual pets, you know, exotic pets or zoo animals escaping or being released. But here, you know, here's the problem. Big cats like leopards and jaguars are tropical and subtropical animals. So, you know, and Ozarks are in the area where there's like harsh winters. So in these harsh winters, this would definitely challenge a jaguar or a leopard. So they wouldn't survive in this kind of climate. So possibly not a jaguar or a leopard. Then there's the sound itself. So I'm gonna play some sounds in a minute. You know, like this chilling howl, this wailing that people associate with the Howler. Neither a bear nor a big cat has a call that really like 100% matches the eerie scream described by witnesses. And still, some experts think that, you know, the sounds attributed to the Ozark Howler could come from animals already native to the area. They point to animals like red fox, which has a scream that can definitely sound surprising to a human. And I'm gonna play the red fox scream. Let me just pause the music. So this is the red fox. Yeah, so that was the red fox. And then another one that, you know, is kind of rumored to be possibly like the source of the Ozark Howler sounds is an animal called the fisher cat. I had no idea what a fisher cat was until I saw it, and it's fucking cute. And look at him. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is a cute animal. Oh my god. But it sounds nothing but like, it doesn't sound anything but cute. Yeah, well, no, never mind. Like, it doesn't sound cute at all. This is the sound of a fisher cat. Yep, that's freaking scary. Can we keep it? Do you want that sound in your at random times of the day and night? I don't. Okay, so then we have elks and raccoons. Actually, the elk sound could be. So let me play the raccoon sound. This is the sound of raccoons fighting. Yeah, so that's the sound of raccoons fighting. And I think the elk, like the elk buggling, is the closest. Honestly, to me, it's the closest to the recreation of Ozark Howler supposed like howl sounds like. So this is the elk. Let me play it again. Yeah, doesn't that sound like the recreation? Kind of, right? Like it sounds pretty, like out of all of these sounds, like this and maybe the fisher cat, those sound like those two sound the most like the closest, maybe like the kind of guttural growls, and then the howl, the wail, maybe. Okay, so it could be that, this howl, the Ozark Howler sound, is just a combination of different wild animals and misidentification. It could be just fueling the myth of Ozark Howler. Or is there something more, something lurking out there that defies all attempts to explain it away? So next theory is the hybrid theory. According to some biologists who are open to the idea of Ozark Howler's existence, it could be a new subspecies of mountain lion, a creature that has somehow mutated and developed to, to have those unique traits we hear about in local lore. Alternatively, they speculate that it might be a hybrid, an animal born from a mountain lion mixing with some other, possibly unknown species. This theory would explain why the howler seems to have both like feline and like unusual, almost like bear-like or just unidentifiable features. Some suggest that the Ozark Howler could actually be a wild boar, which are known to inhabit the region of Ozarks and can be very large, dark, and aggressive. But boars don't really match the howler's specific description, like they particularly the horns and the unsettling howl, like they don't do any of that. There are also guesses that the creature could be an eastern woodland bison, an animal that once roamed North America but is now extinct in most regions. However, it's tough to imagine that, a bison, however it might be like fast or stealthy, like it can't, like it couldn't really replicate. It definitely doesn't have those like cat-like movements, and it definitely doesn't howl like that, so it doesn't really match. And then there's a particularly unusual suggestion that the howler could be a hyena or even a member of the creodont family. Creodont, is that how you pronounce it? So it's a group of prehistoric carnivores that died out millions of years ago, supposedly. Hyenas are not native to North America, and there's no hard evidence that any of those animals, like prehistoric animals, survived into, not hyenas, but like the prehistoric animals survived into modern times. But for those who believe the howler is more than just a local legend, the idea of a surviving animal, you know, of a forgotten lineage, so the prehistoric animal, something wild and ancient, definitely adds a twist to the story. And it's not an uncommon theory, right? Like the same theory happened for the Loch Ness Monster. Okay, so this theory is that, you know, possibly the howler is possibly a prehistoric survivor. In cryptozoology, animals like these are known as Lazarus taxa, species believed to be long extinct that somehow persist in isolated or remote areas. And as I said, like it's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster, because the Loch Ness Monster is speculated to be a prehistoric mutated type of plesiosaurus, so plesiosaur. So this is a plesiosaur, or like depiction of a plesiosaur. And that's what people believe, like, oh, some experts believe like, okay, well, it could be, if anything, it could be a mutated version of a prehistoric plesiosaurus. Okay, as for Ozark Howler, the potential candidates, you know, that the cryptozoologists often point to is, one of them is Panthera atrox, which is the American lion. This predator roamed North America until the end of the last ice age, so around 13,000 years ago. American lions were formidable, larger than today's African lions, and there's a theory that they had sexual dimorphism in the coloring. So basically, males were tan or light brown, and females might have been black. So that's one theory. The other extinct animal that could be a contender for the name of the Ozark Howler is Smilodon, or a saber-toothed cat. I think Smilodon or Smilodon. So this is a saber-toothed cat. It's known for like this powerful build, the bulky kind of, you know, muscle build. And then it's also known for the iconic oversized canine teeth. So saber-tooth cat would have been an intimidating sight, you know, like this is an apex predator built for strength, and its fur is believed to be kind of like grayish or brown, possibly with spots. So it doesn't really, and there's no kind of proof that there was a saber-tooth cat that was black, so it's not really matching the Ozark Howler. And now we have another theory, so superstitions. One theory connects the Ozark Howler with local superstitions and legends brought by early settlers to the Ozarks. When Scottish, Irish, Welsh, and English immigrants arrived in the region in the 1800s, they also brought their own legends and beliefs. And this one, like, it's very... Okay, this one, I think that it looks the craziest. And do not pet the kitty. And this one too, do not pet this kitty that I'm gonna show you. So among the tales brought to the continent was Kusith or Kushi. I don't know, like, I guess Kushi, that's how you pronounce it. It's a supernatural hound that was both feared and respected as a bringer of death. And in Scottish folklore, so it kind of looks like it had horns, but it's also braided. Okay, my question is, who the fuck braided it? Where did you get those braids? Who braided your fur? I want to know. This is what I want to know. Right? Nice braids. Okay, so this, but you know, it might look cute, might look stylish, but it's nothing cute about it, about what it actually does. So in Scottish folklore, the Kushi was said to come and claim the souls of the dead, much like the Grim Reaper, and described as being a large and you know, like a kind of like a ball, like, you know, the build was like a ball with shaggy wolf-like fur. So it's like kind of a wolf, kind of a cat, kind of a ball. And it had, like, you know, braided fur, dark green and braided fur. Perhaps the most terrifying aspect of the Kushi was its howl. So that matches the Ozark Howler. Legend has it that the hound, like this Kushi hound, would only howl or bay 3 times, and anyone who heard those howls had to reach safety before the third howl or risk dying from sheer terror. Like if you heard all 3 howls before you got to safety, you dead. It's like Samara, like Sadako, but faster. He works faster. He doesn't need 7 days. He just needs like 3 howls and you dead. Okay, so these stories of those like spectral hounds weren't the only ones circulating in the area. Native American tribes like the Osage or Cherokee, I guess Cherokee, I forgot how to pronounce it, damn it. Cherokee? Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's Cherokee, right? Cherokee. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Oh God, this is so embarrassing and I just checked. You got it first. Okay, Cherokee. Okay, that's good. Okay, I didn't embarrass myself completely. Alright, good. Because I just checked it and I was just like, oh my God, there's so many names in this case that I'm gonna forget. Okay, so there are those 2 tribes who lived in and around the Ozark Mountains, and they also had their own lore about mysterious and powerful beasts inhabiting the Ozarks. So they had, Cherokee had tales of something called Stevmanetl. I'm sorry. I am Polish. I know we have words with a lot of consonants in a row. I understand, but this is beyond my skills. Stevmanetl? You've pronounced... Okay. You got me. Don't know that one. Stevmanetl? Stevmanetl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, you can revoke my Polish passport. I am unable to. Chrząszczebrzeszyn. See, I can pronounce that. Chrząszczebrzeszyn, yeah. Okay, not very skillfully, but I can pronounce that. I can't pronounce the STVMANETL. But there's a V. There's a V in there. Stevmanetl. Okay, it's that. I'm not gonna pronounce it twice, but it's this. So this, in the Cherokee kind of folklore, was a horned wildcat that prowled the mountains, the Ozark Mountains. And this creature, with its eerie similarities to the modern description of the Howler, may have played a part in blending the folklore of settlers and indigenous people. So it might have been, oh, those settlers, the Irish, Scottish, English settlers coming in, they brought their kind of folklore, their myths, and it kind of blended with the indigenous people's folklore and myths too. So that's how the story kind of merged into this like Ozark Howler. Some researchers believe that these combined myths, the settlers' tales, and the indigenous people's like horned wildcat, may have just fused into this one new creature. Okay. Now we get to my favorite part, because this one is the most, I would say the most possible, or the most reasonable and possible theory, and I think that's what it is. That's what it actually is. It's a little bit of debunking of the Ozark Howler, because is it real? Not really. According to this theory, no. So the last one is my favorite theory, the Red Wolf and Moonshine theory. Yes, you heard it right. Red Wolf, Moonshine, Red Wolf, and alcohol. The most intriguing and somewhat surprising one that suggests that the creature may not be a myth at all. So rather, it is a critically endangered species, the Red Wolf. This theory has gained some traction thanks to a wildlife adventurer and conservationist, Forrest Galante, host of the television series Mysterious Creatures on Discovery Channel. So Galante recently discussed this theory in an appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast. So he sat down with Joe Rogan and they talked about it. He proposed that what people have been calling the Ozark Howler might actually be sightings of the elusive red wolf, because red wolves are critically endangered, and they are also known for its distinctive howl. That's how they communicate, and they were once prevalent in the Ozark region, but then they were driven, like nearly driven to extinction by hunting and habitat loss as people expanded their settlements, right? Like as we expanded towns and cities, the wolves lost their territory, so they kind of went extinct. And well, I mean, almost. They're not extinct yet. In fact, it's one of the most endangered candid species in the world today. But how does, because I mentioned it's wolves, red wolves, and moonshine. So how does actually moonshine fit into this picture, into the theory? I'm gonna play the clip from that episode of Joe Rogan, of the Joe Rogan podcast, and you guys can hear it from, wait, let me see if I actually did I actually do it? Did I actually do it properly? Because I don't know. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Where is it? Ozark Howler. Okay, it's here. Okay, let me play that clip and you guys can hear it from Forrest Galante himself.
You look at the timeline from when this cryptid, this howler popped up. It's right when the red wolf was starting to plummet in its numbers. And as soon as wolves plummet, they call to each other, right? They howl.
Ah, that makes sense.
So it's like, oh, we're hearing this thing and the spooky thing that we've seen running around the woods. And it's like, well, yeah, it's wolves trying to find each other.
Ah.
And it happened to also overlap with when moonshining was like a big deal. So they perpetuated the rumor of the howler to keep people out of the woods.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying here is that during the 19th and 20th centuries, moonshiners would often operate in the remote Ozark Mountains, right? Like there was prohibition and they were very protective of their stills. And Galante speculates that these moonshiners, perhaps, like afraid of anyone kind of encroaching on their secret operations, on their, running the moonshine, they could have spread tales of a terrifying creature in the woods to keep outsiders away. And also, because there was red wolf and it wasn't like yet extinct in the 19th and 20th century, like now it's extinct almost. But yeah, like they were just trying to get people away from their secret operations. And here is actually Galante talking to one of the moonshiners of the Ozarks, and I'm gonna play another clip. And the moonshiner is gonna kind of, he's his grandfather or something, like he was running the moonshine operation, and he kind of demonstrates like how they would sort of like imitate the guttural growl of the Ozark Howler. And let me actually did I have it? Do I have it here? Did I actually? I think I did. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, so we're gonna hear this now.
This is a TV show, but I'm a biologist.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to investigate, Jess and I, is to try and figure out if there's any sort of truth behind this Ozark Howler thing.
Oh, there's truth behind it. There really is an Ozark Howler, but we used to kind of build on it a little bit to keep people away.
What do you mean?
Well, when people would come poking around, it wasn't supposed to be here. You could go out in the woods, make the noise, squall a little bit and howl, and they'd go back to town and tell everybody else, and then nobody'd come out.
No kidding. So you'd hide in the woods and make noise to scare people away?
Oh, yeah.
No.
A lot of the old shiners used to do that. My grandpa, he used to go out there and he'd squall and howl because he just enjoyed scaring people off.
So he would just howl with his voice, or
He had growlers he made. I got a couple of the old ones here, yeah.
No way.
Oh, this is great.
This is a growler.
Oh, wow. You guys getting this? That's amazing. That's literally making the hair on my arms stand up. It's just a bucket.
Yep. Oh shit. Wait. One day I'm gonna like do a stream without a scuff. I promise you guys. One day. That day is not today, however. But yeah, that was right. Like that's how they would combine it. Like, oh, they would howl, right? Like the moonshiners would howl, but then at the same time, to combine it with those like growls, they would just scrape the inside of a bucket, and that's it. Sona, never. Hey, one day, I swear. Like, that day is not today or tomorrow or anytime soon, but it's gonna come. One day I'm gonna, do a stream that's gonna be very smooth, and even though it's unedited video, it's live, it's gonna be super smooth, I swear. I promise you guys. Okay, so in this way, the Ozark Howler might not be a creature of legend, right? Like, it might not be even like, it doesn't exist. To me, like, this actually debunks it, and Ozark Howler might not be a creature of legend at all, but rather the result of a combination of rare, endangered animals and a little folklore fabrication by those wanting to protect their Moonshine still or operation. And it's an interesting take that, says that the Ozarks, the Howler's legend could have grown from a little bit of truth, little bit of fear, and then with Moonshine and surviving tactics blending with local wildlife to create a creature that still haunts the imaginations of those living in the Ozarks today, who still believe that it's not Moonshiners, it's actual beast. So next time, when you're walking through the woods or camping in the Ozarks, keep your eyes sharp and your senses alert, because you never know what might be just out of sight, waiting for the moment to make its presence known. That's it. That's it, you guys. This is the end of the case. I think it was interesting. I think I like the Hoo Hoo Society. Is this playing? Oh, I swear to God. Why? Why? Ay. My music, my background music sometimes plays, sometimes it doesn't. I don't hear it now for some reason. You guys, if you guys can hear it, then it's great. Just a moonshiner making their liquor. Well done. Thank you, Sona. You're welcome. Awesome stream, Sona. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for joining me today to listen to this story. And what else? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be taking a couple of days off. I'll be seeing you guys most likely on Saturday. So next Saturday, Sunday, maybe earlier if I decide to do some like drawing, do some something like unplanned, but most likely next week just 2 streams, and just so that I can recuperate and be ready to dive right back into different cases, more cases. So until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, some legends are maybe better left unexplained, or maybe better to be believed to be just moonshiners. Just booze. Bye! Thank you so much for the super bye, Sona. Can we have a fun fact? Yes, you can. Tennis was originally played with bare hands. How? I have no idea. What the fuck? Ouch, that hurts if they played tennis with their bare hands. Also, Shy, thank you so much for the super. Remember, mob, pet dangerous floofy cryptids. Do not pet that dog. Don't pet that dog. Also, smelling rosemary may increase alertness and improve memory, so catch a whiff before a test or important meeting. If you have something very important presentation, just walk around with like a bundle of rosemary and sniff it away. Sniff away. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bury your hexes. Until the next time. And Alberto Loza, thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Give us a scuff or I'll post more radio. Oh my god. Oh, this is this is like a nice fact. Did you guys know that trained dogs can actually sniff out prostate cancer with like 98% accuracy? 98%! So doggos, as always, doggos save the day. That's it. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bury your hexes. Until the next time. Bye.